Started. So welcome, Taurus. This is going to be your reading for the second week of February. Let's see what is coming through. And we're using the beautiful moon deck here, and emotions are running high. My, with the super moon. So you could be having some, again, if you have Leo placements, they could be roaring, but this is also talking about emotionally too. Don't let your past hold you back with the South Node. I feel like this is a very illuminating time for you, and I feel like you're really realizing how maybe you've been doing the same thing for a really long time. Maybe you have been allowing this old story to hold you back because you haven't been moving into a new place. I feel like there's just a lot of stuff, like expect powerful change, and I'm going to take it for you. We got South Node here too, but the new moon eclipse. So I feel like there is some big changes coming, because all of a sudden, whatever with this, like this isn't like very bizarre contrasting energy. We have a huge super moon vibe. I mean, the moon is so huge it can't even fit on the card. And then you have an eclipse. You have all this ambition, plan, vision, gifts, light inside of you, and yet you block it with your past. And it's part of the journey, and it's all part of the situation, but it's also part of you allowing and bringing in this beautiful new beginning by making these massive changes, Taurus. So let's keep going. We're going to see what our beautiful divine abundance message is and what it's bringing in for you that you need to hear for this week's energy before we look at the tarot. What is coming in for Taurus that they need to know? Divine source again, and karma. That's part of what it is. This right now, so maybe you're an Aries cusper as well. That was the messages for Aries, but they had divine source as well, and it says, help me know that all my deepest needs will be met. Let me trust that you have a plan and the right actions will come. You are my source for all. Trusting this beautiful energy with these beautiful hummingbirds. It's kind of like hummingbirds they move so fast, but yet they look still. Have you ever seen a hummingbird? It's like floating or gliding. They just literally are, and you don't even see how fast they're going. So I feel like there's a lot of stuff that you want to get going on. It's like your engines are revving and you're on park, okay? And I feel like that's just how it is. We have karma here though, so we are weaving some changes, we are creating some new energies here, but this is also fixing some karmic connections and situations. There's nothing from a past life that can't be addressed in the current life. So this might be some serious soul work here. And again, I do astrology as well. You guys can always book with me. We do detailed analysis. I spend a lot of time with you so you know what it is that you need to let go and what you've brought in from a past life, especially since karma's here. Yes, we need to talk, okay? And we're moving into this new direction, and it's going to bring you that way, because when karma, it's not necessarily a bad thing, but there's definitely some lessons that maybe in a past life you also didn't do what you were being called to do, and you do not want to repeat that again, because if you do and you don't make the changes this lifetime, then you kind of set yourself up for the next one. So let's see what else is coming through. And this is going to be with the tarot messages, what you need to hear. Nine of Swords, anxiety, depression, hauntings, fears, right? There's a lot of stuff on your mind because sleepless nights. I feel like this is all of our demons having access in many ways. And this is why I'm saying it's a very high emotional time for you, because you might be feeling that push. You need the Nine of Swords is right before the Ten of Swords, which is the completion of that cycle, the total surrender, allowing that to change. Oh, I'm going to keep her and I'm going to talk about her after. I am also just feeling that because we have this perfect, like this eclipse energy, that's why you're in this darkness. It's like, you know, I have it. You know it's going to work out. Why isn't it working out? Like, Taurus, I feel you, and it is so frustrating. I feel like even I have anxiety just doing your reading. So take a couple deep breaths. Big breath in, big breath out. It's going to be okay. Just do something differently. Make small changes. Adjust things in a new way. We have the Chariot and the Hangman. This is fast and stop. fast and delays, move and don't. Like, it's like stop, go, but you can't go anywhere if you're standing in your own way. I want to do all these things and I'm going to do all these things, but I do the same thing as I did yesterday and I don't have new results because I'm not making that, right? So with the Chariot, Cancer energy, the Hangman is Pisces energy, and that's a lot of water. That's why we have a lot of emotions. So that is also your psychic energy coming through here, flowing, trying to grow, trying to pull you, right? It's trying to call you forward here through the good, through the bad, moving into this new direction, trusting what you're being guided to do. Major arcanas though, so there's huge shifts and transformations that are needed. And with the Hangman energy, I want you to just see something. He's holding his own foot up. You, my loves, sorry, have to get out of your own way. You are the one who is literally caught up on yourself. Your past, your fears, your anxieties, whatever this is, whatever this situation is, it's separation, delays, this, whatever is preventing you from having that is because sometimes we put that blockage in there. So this could be a karmic situation, like I said, could be this beautiful time for you. What else can we share for our beautiful Taurus? What else do you need to hear at this time? And maybe some of you are going through a separation. We do have a lot of different stuff with the Hermit. Oh my goodness. Like I have 4 major arcana for you, and I put her over there because we're going to talk about her last because she's the wishing well, and that's a magical card. And this deck has 2 cards that are not in all the traditional tarots, and you got one of them. Okay, so we have these beautiful energies we talked about, and the Hermit right now is about that isolation so that you can shine the light on this darkness. And you know, maybe this can be something as simple as you've put yourself into a corner, and no one puts baby in the corner, but you put yourself into a corner and we got to turn you around so you can see the rest of the room, because there's so much more out here and so much more for you to do, but you're stuck where you are, or you're stuck at a perspective, and that perspective is no longer serving you. That perspective can't shine light because you are blocking it. You're literally blocking your own light because you're standing right in front of it. So you can be shining that light, but if it's on the other side of you, then you're not seeing through this, right? I mean, one of my favorite things is you're not a window, right? Like, so they can't see through you. But this is you learning. The star energy here is to give yourself this time right now to figure out what it is that you want to do, your wishes and dreams come true. And with the King of Swords, that's, you know, Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra energy. But this is also about coming up with a plan, holding your truth. I feel like holding to the truth right now too, maybe figuring out some plans, but this is coming up with something and taking action. This is someone who has strategies, and this could be part of that energy where maybe there's some stuff, right? He looks pretty angry. He's not really talking, right? So this is just being careful with our words and how we're expressing ourselves. The well is about coming out of this darkness, coming out of this wishing well energy with that beautiful, like this like mystical kind of time right now, where I feel like that veil of these heavy energies around you, it's almost like, okay, look at this. If this is a bubble, pop, right? Like my sound effects for you. This is like it dissipating, and then it's almost like that blindfold or whatever that was fogging your vision is gone, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, look at that view. I didn't even realize. It feels like to me like you're climbing in the mountains, and you know how like it's like really foggy and you can't see anything, and all of a sudden the fog clears, and then you see everything. And I don't know if you've had the pleasure of doing that, but I have, and it is one of the greatest gifts to eyes, is to see that moment when the cloud breaks and you can see where you are and see where you've climbed and see what you've been through and what you've gone through. So there's a lot of mental fog and clarity that's clearing in this situation, and I feel like that's what's helping you get this clarity. So plugging into divine source, asking for help and guidance, making the moves necessary, and literally letting go of what you are constantly caught up on is what it could feel, okay? I love that for you, because that's also a really hard way for you to see this progress if you're kind of hanging upside down, right? So we want to flip you around and get you in the right direction so that you can truly see how amazing your surroundings are, and focusing on that. So comment some things that you're grateful for. That always puts us in a beautiful attitude of gratitude. I learned that from Tony Robbins. And if you guys are looking for positive, healthy ways to stay in this beautiful energy or create new energies, because sometimes this can be because of our diet, sometimes this could be because of our lifestyles, and we don't have a lot of energy to do things, you're miserable. It's just a fact. So doing stuff to make healthier choices is always going to do that. So recognizing how those blockages, I feel like it's like even your body is blocked because it's so full of toxins, right? And all those toxins are catching up to you, right? We got the yellow here with the solar plex energy, so it could be your blocking your confidence, blocking your self-esteem, blocking your self-respect even for some of you, okay? So this is a very, very interesting energy, very powerful with a lot of major arcana, so this is a big lesson for you, and of course it is, because we already had karma here. But look, karma may have been here, but it's your hands that are weaving the next level. So this is yours. This is yours. I love you guys so much. Don't forget to join our beautiful meditation sessions as well. I'm doing healing sound frequency healing sessions for anyone who's dealing with these kind of situations. We'd love to have you there on Thursdays at 7 p.m. every week, on every Thursday every week in the month of February. So please check out the tickets. They're all linked to all the videos. And do try the Leo full moon meditation and give yourself that grace so that you can truly allow that guidance, those reflection points. I discussed and I was a little vulnerable about a few things, but I hope you get something out of it. So if you can spend 40 minutes with me, I set something up beautifully for you. So we'll see you guys there. God bless you, Taurus, and we'll see you really soon.